Hi guys, how are you today? I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining me again today in the home office. Today I've got another co-worker that I would like to introduce you to. This is Princess Fluffy Bum. I know it's a little bit cheeky. We also nicknamed her Princess. So she is a beautiful Sussex chicken. She's very soft and very fluffy. And she is a little bit dopey. She likes to go to sleep in my arms. Did you know that I once had a chicken that purred just like a cat? She was beautiful. Don't have a chicken that purrs at the moment, but they do like to go to sleep in my arms sometimes. And they're very soft and they've got beautiful patterns around the neck, just around there like a crown. Oh, sorry, Dawn. So we're going to have another look around the garden today and see what's grown and what has changed and what hasn't changed this week. Sometimes things change, sometimes they don't. And unfortunately, when we plant seeds, sometimes they grow and sometimes they don't. And some days are good and some days are not so good. Sometimes we get things done on our to-do list, sometimes we don't. But mostly we need to look after ourselves and to look after our garden and give it time. So as you are growing at different rates and as you're learning at home, I hope that you take care of yourself too, because you matter. The garden matters, and that is what matters most, you. So let's have a look. Okay, you can go. Where are you off to? Oof. Dear oh me. So let's have a look at our friends here. So we have our dinosaurs. Oh, where's Olivia? There we go. Cranky dinosaurs. No, you're not so cranky. You're definitely cranky. You're the silent one. So our dinosaurs have been stomping around here in the garden, but unfortunately nothing really has grown. So let's have a look. As you can see, some of our seeds haven't grown this week. Now, unfortunately, I know part of the problem. They're little blackbirds. They're in the minor birds and they're coming in and digging around. I thought it was the chickens too. Who knows? I mean, it could have been the dinosaurs, the vegetarian ones at least, but nope. In fact, it was the little blackbirds digging around. I caught them one morning when I came up to check the eggs. So I'm thinking I might have to cover my seeds, but we'll have a look anyway under the mulch and see if any of them have survived. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, I can see one peep. Nope. Hasn't grown, it's just gone mushy. Ew, mushy peas. Do you eat mushy peas? Not anymore, I don't. Oh, let's have a look at that one. Nope, nothing there. Right over here. Hello, anything under there? No, but the soil is really nice. It's nice and cool and soft. Oh, what about over here under our trees? Do you like this? I'll put some more trees in there. I think I might have to put some more snoopies underneath here. Might even put some climbing beans. What do you think? Do you like beans? No, unfortunately I have to say that was not a very successful crop. But that's okay. Let's have a look and have a look in this one. No, see, can you see all those little holes being dug in there? You see that? Well, unfortunately, the birds have also got to them. All right, let's see our other test from last week. Any luck? No, wasn't a successful trial. But that's science. That's what we do. We try and try and try again, and we learn as we grow. Now, I'm going to learn to put the peas growing inside, or perhaps in the greenhouse, because they weren't so successful. Let's go and have a look at the wicking beds and see how they're growing. Okay, so we put some bird protection over these gardens, the wicking beds. So hopefully we have got some seeds and some plants that survive. Now, I can see that in fact the beetroot has been chewed. So I need to put a bigger cover over that. But I can see that this soil is just beautiful. Full of worms and ants and a lot of macropods under there. And even some microorganisms that we can't see. I can see one little carrot. Let's have a look over here. Sorry. I can see one that survived the horrible attack. Woo, it's growing. Can you see that? That is so cool. We've got one carrot out of many. We might have to put some more in, I think. All right, let's have a look over here. We've got a celery. That survived. That's good. And we've got some lettuce. Not quite ready for lunch. We've got our celery that we started growing 2 weeks ago. Can you see that? Look how much that's grown. How much do you think that is? Let's see. Almost a thumb. I think that's about your thumb height. How many centimeters is that in 2 weeks? That's pretty cool. It's a lot quicker than from seed. What about this? This is our spring onion. That's like whole hand, Mrs. Ely's whole hand there. Look at that. And our leek. Oh, that one's more than a hand. How big do you think they could grow in another 4 weeks? Well, I don't think anything else in that garden survived, but let's have a look and see how we can grow other things today. Okay, so we're going to have a look at our compost and see how our experiments are going. Did you do the compost in the jar? It's pretty cool. So this is the one that we put banana peel, some sand and some covering. So we put 1 part of compost scraps, which was the banana peel, and 2 parts of carbon, the browns, on top. We put a paper bag on top of that one. Now this one, we put a little bit of dirt and soil on top with some worms, and then we put banana peel, some carrots, some apple. So I can see the banana peel in there still, and I can still see the apple. But have a look at the difference between growing compost with sand and growing compost with soil. Can you have a look at the compost? Can you see all those amazing little critters in there? Our decomposers. They're helping break down all the food scraps. And can you see any worms? I saw a worm there earlier. They look pretty happy, but the worms don't like to be on the edge of the jar. They like it in the dark. So my experiment has worked pretty well. I'm quite happy with it. I have to say that my conclusion is that growing in soil with worms and decomposers is better than growing scraps and compost in sand. I think that you definitely need dirt with life, so that is soil. So I'm going to use some compost today. I've got some here in my bucket. Beautiful rich compost. And I am going to do some growing. Let's have a look in our mystery basket, shall we? We have got some potatoes. So we can plant potatoes a couple of different ways. We can grow them from seed potatoes, or I get mine from an organic store. So I know that they're okay to plant. They haven't been sprayed with pesticides. So sometimes I peel my potatoes and I keep the peelings, see? And I'm actually going to bury them as an experiment. I'm going to bury the peelings and see if they grow. Another way is, sometimes I forget where I put the potatoes in the pantry. I know, I sometimes forget where I put a lot of things. Do not ask about why the milk was in the laundry when I was pregnant. Oh my goodness me, I am a little bit forgetful sometimes. So I forgot about these potatoes. So you can see that they've started to grow. This one has grown so much that I think I'm better off just planting it rather than eating it. What I'm going to do is like I did for dinner, so I just cut off the top like this, and then I can still regrow it. So we're going to grow potatoes in a few different ways. If once you plant it in the garden, you'll be forever finding potatoes. My granny always said, when you start a garden bed, you'll always plant potatoes because they break up the soil. So I'm going to plant potatoes with you, and hopefully we'll have a good crop of potatoes that we can make potato rosti, which is like hash browns. We can make potato bake, or you can make delicious potato and rosemary pizza. Have you guys made pizza before? Have you ever tried potato and rosemary? It's amazing. What about with radishes? You could roast the radishes on top too. Oh, that is one of my favorite things. So better get growing. All right, so we're going to use a hessian bag today. So let's have a look in here, have we? So I was given from a friend these wonderful hessian bags. I'm going to put in some compost. Oops, there's even a bit of sand in there. Okay, so I'm going to put the potato peelings and the potato shot, and then we're going to bury it in. Potatoes like to grow in the dark. You can do an experiment and try and grow a potato in the sunlight, but it will grow green. And please do not eat it, because green potatoes are toxic, and I don't want you getting a sore tummy. So I'm going to let that one grow in the dark, and as it breaks down, I'll just keep on adding more dirt. I think that's it for today. Hi. Okay, so we've done a little bit of observing, we've done a little bit of exploring, we've done a little bit of planting, got our hands dirty. But sometimes we can only do a little bit, and that's okay. Little achievements are really good. They're just as good as the big achievements if you've given it your best. So today I think I've done my best. So I'm going to sit here in the garden in the peace and quiet and do some drawing. I've got my colouring in book, I've got my grateful journal, and I've got my nature journal, and I've even got my clipboard. I made a little clipboard out of recycled cardboard, a bulldog clip, a piece of paper, and a circle. So I'm going to sit here and do some mindful colouring in and drawing. I'm going to draw what I see and write what I feel, and then I'm going to just sit. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.